Topping our national headlines tonight, today marks 1 week since police say that a Tennessee teacher abducted a teenage student. Investigators are now expanding their search for that 15-year-old girl in Tennessee, saying she's in imminent danger. Police say that high school teacher Tad Cummins abducted Elizabeth Thomas last week. He was under investigation for having an inappropriate relationship with Thomas. She was removed from his class. Investigators say that Cummins took out a $4,500 loan just days before he disappeared, and they believe he is armed.
He planned this for some time before disappearing with Elizabeth.
Tad, this is not you. This is not who you are. We can help you get through this.
Investigators say they've received 250 tips from 24 states. They say that Cummins may be keeping Elizabeth out of sight by possibly sleeping in a car or in a rural community.
A handwritten letter calling Muslims vile and filthy has some Iowans feeling uneasy. Isam Bore found the letter in a pile of mail yesterday at the Islamic Center in Des Moines. He says the letter claims there is a new sheriff in town, President Donald Trump, and says that he's going to do to you what Hitler did to the Jews. Bore says this is one of the scarier threats they've received, but it's not the first threat.
Some of people are afraid to send their kids to school. Some of my friends take their hijabs off. Some of our friends stop going to the mosque.
In a way, you're worried because you never know who might have that grievance.
Bore says the love and support from the community is always louder than the threats, but he still hopes to find whoever sent the hate mail. Investigators are also trying to find out who is putting up racist flyers around the University of Illinois Chicago campus. On Tuesday, anti-Semitic flyers were found at a student center and the campus library. They said ending white privilege starts with ending Jewish privilege. Over the weekend, more flyers were found in the library, this time denying the Holocaust ever happened, and more racist comments were included, making some students say they simply now feel unsafe.
It's not just UIC, it is campuses all over the world, you know. Students do not feel safe. I do not feel safe walking around with a necklace with a Star of David on it. School
leaders say they hope security cameras on campus will help track down whoever is responsible.
Still in his first 100 days in office, President Donald Trump and his cabinet are under official investigation by the FBI. FBI Director James Comey confirms the department is looking into Russia's involvement in the 2016 election and its connection to the Trump administration. As Kenneth Moten shows us tonight, Comey also denies the president's claims about Trump Tower being wiretapped.
Unprecedented. FBI Director James Comey on the public record confirming his agency is investigating Russia's alleged contact with the Trump campaign.
Because it is an open, ongoing investigation and is classified, I cannot say more about what we are doing and whose conduct we are examining.
Comey on Russian President Vladimir Putin's possible motive in meddling in the 2016 election.
Putin hated Secretary Clinton so much that the flip side of that coin was he had a clear preference for the person running against the person he hated so much.
But on possible collusion with Trump associates, no comment from Comey or NSA Chief Mike Rogers.
Investigating it and having proof of it are two different things. So you can continue to look for something, but continuing to look for something that doesn't exist doesn't matter.
Like the president who tweeted about the hearing, House Intelligence Committee Republicans mostly highlighted the leaks of classified information. The Democrats focus on the Russia investigation and this extraordinary moment.
With respect to the president's tweets about alleged wiretapping directed at him by the prior administration, I have no information that supports those tweets.
Comey shut down Trump's unsubstantiated claims that President Obama wiretapped him. The president has said he meant surveillance when referring to wiretapping.
I get that you guys want to know the end of the book right now, but we're on the first chapter of this process.
The president is not backing down or apologizing for his wiretap claims. The department heads of the NSA and the FBI are not commenting about surveillance on the president or anyone connected to him.
As they look at Russian hacking, the U.S. Senate is also beginning confirmation hearings for President Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Judge Neil Gorsuch. Gorsuch is fighting for the spot left open after the death of late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. At 49 years old, the federal appeals court judge from Colorado would be the youngest member of the Supreme Court.
If I am confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
Many Democrats are upset about the Senate's refusal to vote on President Barack Obama's pick for Supreme Court last year, Merrick Garland. Some sources say a Democratic-led filibuster is in the works to try to stop this week's hearings. Some Iowa critics are fighting against Gorsuch's nomination. Leaders of a group called Why Courts Matter delivered petitions today to the offices of Senators Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst. They say Gorsuch has a record of siding with corporate interests and against women, workers, and immigrants. Still ahead on News 8, it's finally been found.
Where Tom Brady's missing Super Bowl jersey turned up, how police say the suspected thief got a hold of it.
Plus, how a new Muppet on Sesame Street could help kids who have autism. It's still ahead on News 8 at 6.
And outside, still looking very nice out there. Take a little walk around the block, that's for sure in the neighborhood. 64 degrees we currently have in the Quad Cities. Got some cool weather on the way and the next chance for showers, even a few thunderstorms. Tell you when, right after the break here on News 8 at 6.